Oh, hi there. I'm just getting back from my afternoon lecture. But I'm glad you're here because I want to talk to you about habits and how we think they work. Ben and I, as well as other health psychology researchers, think about habits as the influence on behavior that's the result of mental associations between situations and behaviors that we've learned over time through experience. A lot of people have habits that impact their morning routines. It may be that the first thing you do when you wake up is go downstairs and read the newspaper and have a cup of coffee. If it's a habit, it's going to feel like you're doing this through autopilot. It's not like you are deciding between a whole bunch of different options what to do first thing in the morning. You just do it because it's what you've done over and over again in the past. It's important to remember that we're thinking about habit as a process that influences behavior as opposed to a way to categorize behavior. When we think about the process of habit, we think about the mental representation of this cue behavior association that we've learned over time and how it prompts us to act when we're in that same situation that we've done the habitual behavior over and over again in the past. Importantly, this prompt to act that we feel when we have a habit doesn't necessarily mean we're going to automatically enact the behavior. It could be that you use self-control to inhibit your habitual behavior. So if you have the habit for waking up in the morning and going and getting a cup of coffee first thing, you could use self-control to inhibit that response if you're, for example, trying to reduce your caffeine intake. We'll talk about using self-control to inhibit your habits a little bit later. Now I want you to think about your habit. Is there a certain place that you tend to be when you're doing these types of habitual behaviors? Are you around the same person? Is it the same time of day? As you go through your life, think about the behaviors that you feel like you do on autopilot. These are probably your habits. Think about where you are in the context you're in, and if it seems to be the same every time you're doing this behavior. If it's something you want to do less of, finding out what these cues are is an important first step in figuring out how to stop that behavior. If you're trying to start something new, think about what you tend to come in contact with a lot throughout your days that's reliable so that you can use it as a cue to start forming your new habit. If you feel like you have a good grasp of what we mean when we talk about a habit and how that's different than a behavior, go ahead and take some time to do the activities in this chapter. If you feel like you need a bit more information, we've supplied some extra articles that you can look at to help out. After that, move on to chapter 2. It's going to talk to you about how to form a habit.